these children came, and they came down from the station 2 by 2 with occasional teachers. I can see them now coming down, and they were, I don't think any of them were crying or anything. They were carrying little cases and things, and we just, it's awful now if you think of it. Half the town came out just to see them come, as if they were some kind of spectacle. But I'm sure people didn't mean badly to them. And then they went to different assembly places, like they used to use the Sunday school rooms and the school rooms. And so they would divide the children up into big groups, and then people went up and picked out which child they were going to have as an evacuee. When I was, before I went to grammar school, in my grandmother's road, there was this little boy called Danny, and he was very friendly with all of us children and played with us. And his parents didn't seem to correspond, and the old people who kept him, and they couldn't have been old, they seemed old to me, they probably were, but they were a childless couple. And I remember they had a donkey, and he used to love living there because he could ride on this donkey. And his parents, I didn't realize it at the time, but I don't think his parents sort of came to see him, because occasionally parents would come to see the evacuees and nobody came. And these people that he was staying with got so fond of him that they really doted upon the child. I can see that now. And then one day his father came to take him back, and I can see now he was going up the road, and I think he was crying. We weren't crying because children didn't sort of, they just sort of thought, well, what's happening now? But I remember the grown-ups all crying, because I think they probably felt for this couple and also for the child. So I used to play with him a lot.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of them stayed here altogether. They stayed for, no one ever quite asked why, but it was because probably nobody wanted them. It was just taken for granted that the people who had them kept them. I think I can remember 3 boys that were in that situation. And I think they lived fairly happy lives with the people that they lived with. A girl, and I had never heard of Jewish people or anything like that. And this girl, she was called Hilda Beckhard. And I became so friendly with her. And when I look back now, she was typically German Jewish, with, you know, guttural accent and all the classic features. And she and I got friendly. And I remember the fact that she was some kind of an evacuee. But in those days, I think a lot of professional people, and her father was a professor.
Mm-hmm.
I think they arranged with teachers and professors in England to come over, you know, sort of on a different basis to the other evacuees.
Right.
Because she was never treated in the same way the other evacuees all stayed together, but she came on her own. I wonder if she came on the Kindertransport.